Have you ever really stopped to think about the story behind your food? I mean, it's a story that starts way, way before anything lands on your plate, and its impact? Well, it stretches far beyond your kitchen, connecting you to the entire planet. Okay, let's get into it and uncover some of those hidden connections. So, we're going to start with something that probably looks pretty familiar: the ideal plate. This here is from Canada's Food Guide, and it's kind of their gold standard for healthy eating. Looks simple, colorful, pretty delicious, right? But what you see on this plate, that is just the first chapter of a much, much bigger story. So, what's the secret sauce here? What exactly makes this plate the model for healthy eating, according to the experts? Let's break it down. The formula is actually beautiful in its simplicity. The idea is to fill half of your plate with fruits and vegetables. Then you got a quarter of the plate for whole grains, and the last quarter is for protein foods. And they make a point to say we should try to choose plant-based proteins more often. And to drink, just simple, plain water. Okay, but this is where things start to get really interesting. We've got the perfect nutritional formula, right? But is that the whole picture? I mean, is a healthy diet just about the what? Or is there maybe something more to it, like the how and the why? So let's step back a bit and move beyond just the food on the plate, because a truly healthy relationship with food, well, that involves our habits, our mindset, and even the people we share our meals with. It turns out that how we eat is just as important as what we eat. It's about being mindful, actually listening to your body when it says it's hungry or full. It's about taking the time to cook more, enjoying meals with other people, and this is a big one, getting curious about where your food is actually from. These habits really transform eating from just, consuming fuel into this rich, social, and mindful experience. So here's the big leap. We've gone from the food itself to our personal habits. But how on earth does a small, daily choice like dinner connect to the health of the entire planet? Well, that connection lies in a really important idea called sustainable development. And it all rests on three essential pillars. If you can get your head around these, you'll see the global impact of your food crystal clear. Now, this is the official definition, and it's been the global standard for decades. The most important part is that it's all about balance. It's about balancing what we need today with what everyone who comes after us is going to need. It's all about long-term thinking. And this diagram here shows the foundation perfectly. You see, real sustainability isn't just about being green. It's more like a three-legged stool. You've got the ecological, which is the planet, the social, which is all of us, the people, and the economic, which is about our shared prosperity. The thing is, if any one of those pillars gets weak, the whole structure just falls apart. Okay, let's make this real. Your food choices hit every single one of these pillars. Take the ecological one, preserving our planet. Choosing more plant-based foods has a way smaller environmental footprint. Simple. For the social pillar, caring about people, just by reducing your own food waste, you're helping make sure there are more resources to go around for everyone. And for the economic one, supporting a fair system, when you buy from local or fair trade producers, you're making sure people are treated ethically. It's so true. Every bite you take is a vote. Now, I want to zoom in on one of the most critical parts of this whole story, and it's something where every single one of us has a direct role to play. Let's talk about food waste. And I've got to tell you, this is not a small issue. The scale of this problem is, well, it's honestly staggering. It is one of the biggest paradoxes of our entire modern food system. Just take a look at this number, $31 billion. That's the estimated value of food that was wasted in Canada in a single year as of 2014. To put that into perspective, that's more than the country's entire auto industry was worth that year. And it's not just wasted food, right? It's wasted water, wasted energy, wasted labor, wasted land. It's an absolutely enormous drain on our economy and our environment. So where's all this waste coming from? This is what's really fascinating. While the whole industrial supply chain is responsible for a huge chunk of it, look at this. Over half, 51%, happens in our own homes, at the consumer level. Now, that might sound discouraging, but I actually think it's incredibly empowering. It means we have the power to make a huge, huge difference. So, if we're a huge part of the problem, we can absolutely be a huge part of the solution. Let's look at a simple framework for taking action, and we'll start with the two most important steps of all: reduce and reuse. This is basically the golden rule of waste management. It's a hierarchy of action, and the most important things you can do are right there at the top. Before we even start thinking about recycling or composting, our number one priority should always be to reduce what we use in the first place and then to reuse what we already have. So, how do we reduce? Well, the key is to stop waste before it even starts. And these aren't complicated strategies. We're talking about planning your meals, making a shopping list, and this is the hard part, actually sticking to it. And we all know this one. Don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry and everything looks amazing. Every single one of these simple habits helps cut waste right at the source. Okay, next up is reusing. This is all about getting creative. Make leftovers a priority. Get resourceful with those extra ingredients. Veggies that are starting to wilt make an amazing soup, and overripe bananas are perfect for smoothies. And hey, if you just have way too much food, share it with friends or housemates. It's a simple act that builds community and fights waste all at the same time. And this all brings us to one last really powerful idea. This French phrase says it all. To buy is also to vote. Every single dollar you spend sends a signal to the marketplace. It's a vote for the kind of food system, the kind of economy, and ultimately the kind of world you want to live in. So, as we wrap this up, I want you to think about that. From the simple act of choosing what's for dinner, to how you shop for it, to what you do with the leftovers, it all matters. Your plate is so much more powerful than you think. The story of your food is your story to write. So my question to you is, what will your next vote be?